The trams are running and the cruise has started. The city is awake, happy, shiny and bright. Locals or travelers, now here's one place where you can't wait to get out on the streets. Some call it downtown Switzerland. It is the heart of the country, the hub of all the action. A must-stop for any visitor coming to this part of the world. Zurich is where we kickstart Swiss-made challenge. It's summertime in Zurich and the cobbled streets are filled with beautiful people. Warm afternoon means catching up with friends, gossip, chatter and laughter. And enough time to do absolutely nothing by the deliciously cool lake. Zurich is all of Switzerland wrapped up into one. And every year, the largest city of Switzerland sees more than 300 million people cross it. People from around the world. But this summer, added to that visa list are 6 special travelers. They are young and they are restless. They have dreams and they are curious. And they are all here from India in the heart of Switzerland on one single mission. Welcome to beautiful Switzerland and a whole new season of Swiss-made challenge. It's always nice to see fresh, happy, beautiful, smiling faces. You guys are in the city of Zurich. Happy to be here?
Yeah.
You've made it after thousands of people applied for this competition. The 6 of you have finally made it to Switzerland. You guys will fight it out for the grand prize, an all-expense-paid trip for 4 people across the country of Switzerland. Before we get down to serious stuff, you're in the city of Zurich, go out there, take it all in, have fun, and after that, stay safe, play fair. Trust me, you want to stay in the game because Switzerland has a lot to offer.
I'd always dreamt that Switzerland is the most beautiful place. So when I came here and I actually saw it with my own eyes, I couldn't believe its beauty. It is the most amazing place in the world.
We get a warm welcome by Swiss tourism and we have a guide with us.
She was kind enough and intelligent enough and nice enough to us to explain every single bit and corner of Zurich in detail.
As told by our guide, the Bahnhofstrasse is definitely one of the most fashion-inspired lanes in the world. It is definitely famous for the high street fashion. And the moment you enter this lane, you can just see the biggest of the brands everywhere.
For these wide-eyed first-time travelers to Switzerland, there couldn't be a better starting point than Zurich city. It's a city you want to absorb and explore on foot. And I can bet that every single one of the 1.9 million residents of this metropolitan will agree. A good place to start is in Altstadt or Old Town. And I say make your way straight to Lindenhof. Why? Wait and watch. Look, look! Now you know why? Here's where you know why Zurich makes it to the top of the list wherever there's a talk about the best quality of living.
The one beautiful thing about Zurich which I loved was that the fountains, you can just drink water from anywhere.
And you're never too far from one in this city.
As you walk parallel to the river, on one side you can see the biggest of the brands, on one side you can see the best of the buildings and the architecture.
Yes, that too. If fashion's what gets you going, then you're in just the right place. As long as you have a hefty wallet and a generous heart. Go get spoiled for choice. Shopping? Check. Back to the lake. Wait, why do I get a feeling that these 6 challengers are so distracted by Zurich that they've forgotten why they're really here?
And the weather is top notch. I mean, this is heaven. It feels like heaven. It's the perfect temperature. It's nice and sunny, not scorching, and it gets cooler and then gets sunny again, but it's beautiful.
I think that's all Zurich is about, fresh water and feeling all nice and nippy. The weather's perfect here, and I think it's just the love that's coming to us. This city is just full of love everywhere you look around.
How easy it is to get around. We got this Zurich pass which allows us to take ferries and which allows us to take buses and stuff.
The places which I liked the most was Niederdorf. It's called the Old Town. It's just amazing. You can see restaurants all over the streets. You can see people walking, chatting, chilling.
I love the fact that it's so quiet, so peaceful. People can think out loud without having to actually talk about it. We were actually the loudest people here, so it was interesting to be the loudest people in an area.
Zurich, the hub. A lot of people. A lot of places. Entertainment.
There would have been a heaven on earth somewhere. It's actually Switzerland. Yeah.
Swiss made challenge season 4 can't get better than this.
Well, it is going to get better and bigger and tougher as the tasks take off. The contestants are busy exploring this gorgeous city. Meanwhile, why don't you check out my top 5 must-dos in Zurich? Eat a bratwurst. What? If you don't feel like this one, you'll never get a taste of this city. I'm going for it. But for now, eating delicious bratwurst in unique styles at a Zurich fast food corner. This will make you go completely gaga. Now, if you don't feel like doing this, nope, you're not a foodie. Sorry, reality check. What was once an unpopular backyard of the city with dangerous factories and smoke-blowing industries, that too for 200 years, is now the primary hotspot of urban regeneration. Shops in stacked-up ship containers to being the focal point for gastronomy, art, design, culture and architecture. So when in Zurich, go west! It once took 80 days to travel around the world. Now, you can do that in 1 day at the Zurich Zoo. If it's the animals you're looking for, of course. I mean it. See for yourself. My favorite section in the zoo, the Masuala, a rainforest in Switzerland. Who would have thought? As cliche as it may be, but if you're in Zurich, you've got to walk around the old town. It's the cobbled streets, the old buildings, the lampposts, the narrow alleys. But it's not just that. It's a given. When you're in the city, you will visit a church. I'd recommend Grossmünster. Not this one, silly. Literally translates to Great Minister. This Romanesque-style Protestant church is one of the 3 major churches in the city. By the banks of River Limmat, this church has seen the city change since the 12th century. Go sailing or swimming, read a book or stroll by the waters. The city of Zurich comes alive by the lake of the same name. Zurich is located at the northwestern end of this massive lake that shares its waters with many other towns. Water that is super blue and super clean, so no reason to not be in it.
Summertime in Zurich. It's all about soaking in the sun. Listen to some music, laze around, lounge about, munch on something, read a book, go for a swim, write poetry, just spend days on end by Lake Zurich. But not when you're here for Swiss Made Challenge. Be prepared for a task.
Placid, serene, and the setting of the first task of Swiss Made Challenge. Lake Tuerlersee in the outskirts of Zurich awaits the challengers.
If there are physical challenges, no one in this group can beat me in that.
I'd like to take up a swimming task, be it diving or swimming across.
Let's just have fun, and obviously it's going to be competitive at some point, so don't feel bad.
Everybody should actually watch out for me because the will to win is already there.
Bring it on.
Swiss Made Challenge, the first task, and we've made it as Swiss as it can be. You guys are in the outskirts of Zurich by Lake Tuerlersee. We've got the blue skies, we've got the sun that's out, green mountains, blue waters, a sense of adventure, little bit of hard work, and a lot of fun. All set?
Yes.
I hope you guys have realized that each one of you standing next to each other is a competitor. And going forward from here, you will have to beat each other if you want to go to the finale. And we have a little surprise for you.
No, I'm wondering if it's good or bad.
So you are not just 6 challengers going into the game. There was a wild card entry. And we have a 7th entry.
Hey, my name is Swapnil. I'm 25. My job over here will be like, if you can't convince them, confuse them. I don't really want to sound really judgmental, but my competition is a little bit naive.
All right, guys. So first task, you're going to go to your stations. You'll find a clue card over there. Read it carefully. You'll know exactly what to do that is going to take you forward in this task. So the new season of Swiss Made Challenge with new faces. Are you game?
Yes,
Yes, good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Make a raft in time and get in the lake. Collect the flag, hurry back. Your advantage is at stake. Are you game?
The first task of Swiss Made Challenge is extremely simple. All the challengers have to do is keep themselves afloat. We will give them 3 big logs of wood, 2 small logs of wood, a set of ropes, a plank, and 4 barrels. With this material, they make a raft for themselves. And here, if they make a mistake, they could very well drown in the game. Now, this is the tricky part. They then need to set the raft made by themselves afloat, get on it, follow the path designated by us, collect the flags, and race against each other to earn advantage in the next task. And he's the man they need to impress today. Challengers, you have 30 minutes to complete the task. Remember, this is not about how quickly you make it, but how stable it is. And your time starts now. That's up next on Swiss Made Challenge.
This is crazy.